A big misconception I hear a lot is that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is kind of gay. JoJo is actually a very heterosexual anime. In fact, I have evidence proving JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is straight. One clip that people like to refer to is this clip of Giorno getting his face licked. To the untrained eye, this may seem pretty gay, but it's actually very straight. You see, the man that is licking Giorno's face can actually tell if someone is lying by tasting their sweat. Licking another man's face is not gay as long as you're doing it for strategical purposes. Oh wow, Jewce man, telling if someone is lying by the taste of their sweat is a pretty neat stand ability. Oh well, that's actually not his stand ability. That's just something he knows how to do. Jewce man, wouldn't he need to lick other men's sweat previously in order to learn how to do that? Probably. He just trained himself by licking man sweat. Honestly, that's just dedication. Definitely pretty straight. Maybe this is not a good example. I'll give you another example. The concerned heterosexual may be wondering, why is a man rubbing another man's arm on his abs? Isn't that kind of gay? The only reason why Senior Speedwagon is rubbing another man's arm on his abs is because he needs to defrost it immediately with his hot abs. If your bro had his arm covered in dangerous ice, wouldn't you thaw it out with your hot abs? God, everything seems gay to you guys. That is literally the only way Zeppeli could have thawed out the ice on his arm. It's definitely not an excuse for the writer to include hot male abs in his plot. Freaking idiot. Okay, Jewce man, if JoJo's so straight, then look at this! And look at this! Why do all the characters dress up like male strippers? Why are they drawn so perfectly? Why are they so ridiculously ripped? Just doesn't make sense. It's not straight, Jewce man. This is not heterosexual at all. Okay, what's wrong with appreciating fashion in the male physique? That is not gay. Okay, Jewce man, if JoJo isn't gay, then why is this a thing? I understand it's because of a stand that turned their bodies into magnets. That still doesn't make it straight. There is literally no reason the writer needed to include that scene in the plot. Also, why do all the male characters look like they're trying to fuck their stand? Okay, I mean, how do you know their stands don't have pussies? Just because they're male characters doesn't mean their stands are males. Frickin' just don't assume. Jewce man, if there was a character whose stand had a pussy, their power would rival that of Dio's time stop and King Crimson's ability to erase time. Also, what is up with the part 5 ending theme? Jewce man, how can you watch that and still say it's straight? How was that straight? How was that not gay? When I first started watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I thought to myself, what a great heterosexual anime. We got a masculine protagonist with your core anime hero values. I was like, there's no way this is gonna get gay. But as time went on, JoJo got more and more suspect. Today I'm going to list in order every JoJo protagonist from Straightest to Gayest. I haven't read parts 6 through 8 yet, so I might not have the most accurate gaydar for those JoJos, but I'll try my best to be fair. Number 1, or the straightest Joestar, is going to be Jonathan Joestar. Jonathan is just a gentleman. He's too old school for all that gay shit like face licking and stands. He even beat the shit out of Dio for disrespecting his girl. I mean, his outfits weren't the straightest thing in the world, but he's from 19th century England, which means if he was gay, they probably would have lynched him or put him on some type of gay conversion medicine. Wait, what if Jonathan is gay and is just hallucinating all the events of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure because of his gay conversion medicine? Why else would the main villain be a gay vampire? And the power to see and use stands can only be done by characters that dress up as male strippers? I think I'm getting onto something here. Number 2 is Jotaro Kujo. Jotaro is the embodiment of a masculine straight male. He's one of the few JoJos that doesn't show male cleavage or abs. The main gimmick of his stand is that it punches really hard. While most JoJo protagonists used incredible strategy to beat their main enemies, Jotaro just outpunched them. And if I've learned anything in life, strategy is for gay people. Maybe Jotaro should be number 1. Fuck it, I already wrote the script. The third least gay JoJo is Josuke Higashikata. You can tell he's straight because whenever people make fun of his gay hair, he beats the shit out of them. If I've learned anything in life, straight males will beat you up if you point out their gayness. It's definitely not a sign of gay insecurity. You fucking fag. Number 4 on the straight to gay spectrum is Jolene Kujo. I don't know, I found the screenshot from the manga that definitely proves that she's definitely not gay. I guess Araki really had to sell her straightness with this manga panel. God damn it, I should have finished reading the manga before I made this fucking video. This is where the Joestars start to get a little gay. Number 5 is Joseph Joestar. First off, he dresses like an edgy lesbian with his blue jeans, boots, and crop top. The only thing straight about his outfit are those badass fingerless gloves. His quote-unquote best friend also dresses like this. The straightest thing we have witnessed him do is watch his mom get naked. Just look at this picture of Joseph and Caesar. These guys are just gay. Number 6 is Johnny Joestar. I'm not going on much here, but Johnny just looks like that sexy cowboy that's been rocking my dreams lately. Last night, a horse wasn't the only thing Johnny was riding. Number 7, or the second gayest Joestar, is Giorno Giovanna. He wears a suit that shows male cleavage in the shape of a heart. Giorno let a fully grown man sensually lick his face, and then right afterwards he decides, yeah, I'm gonna join that guy's gang. The first thing he did when he joined the gang was drink Abbacchio's Italian piss. Yeah, drink it, slut. He lives in what is pretty much gay Disneyland. I don't know what Araki thought Italy looked like, but I don't think everyone there dresses like this. Just look at Giorno's crew. They look like they frequent your local gay bar. Number 8, or the gayest Joestar, is Part 8's Josuke. All you need to know is that he wears a tight sailor outfit and that his stand is called Soft and Wet. Soft and Wet's ability is that it makes bubbles. I rest my case.
Karen, you know the reason why we don't have sex anymore.
That's because you're fucking gay. You won't admit it.
No!
You just make these goddamn YouTube videos where you talk about how all the animes are just turning people gay, and it's just because you feel insecure that you get a boner every time you watch the JoJos.
That's not true.
Yeah, I've seen you staring at Bucciarati's fucking cleavage.
Oh, fuck, I've been fantasizing about Bucciarati, but making a zipper on my dick so it's like I got a pussy, and then he penetrates me real fucking hard.
This is what you fucking raised! This is what you fucking raised. He can't even be fucking normal gay. He has to be fucking weird gay.
A lot of you clicking on this video are probably already saying, is this guy making another video on JoJo's gayness? Why does the sexual preference of these fictional characters even matter in the first place? Those are very valid criticisms. But look at the views! These gay JoJo videos get so many views. I'm a whore for these views. I'ma milk these gay JoJo videos like some big ol' MILF titties. Where was I? Oh yeah. I'm going to rank the gayness of the main JoJo villains of parts 1 through 7. I'm not going to do any minor villains, because if I did, this video would just be 3 hours worth of Squallow and Tiziano sensually rubbing each other's chests. Squallow, yes! Alright, let's get started. The straightest, or as I like to call it, least gay JoJo antagonist is Funny Valentine. Valentine is the president of the goddamn United States. The US didn't even elect a half-black president till 2008. You think they would have elected a gay president in the late 1800s? Come on now. We ain't that progressive. The second least gay JoJo antagonist is Yoshikage Kira. First off, he's the only JoJo villain that doesn't dress ridiculously flamboyant. He's also sexually attracted to female hands. All his severed hands belong to women. He never fucked with man hands. Look at the way he sucks on them fingers.
Now that's straight as fuck.
Number 3 is Diavolo. Diavolo is pretty straight. Now you're probably wondering, how is this guy straight? He looks like a diva with anger issues. Well, looks can be deceiving. Think about it. Diavolo is an extremely efficient mob boss that leaves literally no traces to his identity. Yet, he risked revealing his identity because he had to get his nut in. He had a child named Trish that could reveal his identity just because he couldn't resist some juicy coochie. JoJo Part 5 is literally just Diavolo trying to fix his mistake of letting his straightness risk his position of mob boss. To be honest, Diavolo would have won if he never made that fateful nut. Giorno and his crew would have never beat Diavolo if Trish never existed. This is why the most successful JoJo villains are super gay. Now this is the point where JoJo villains start to get gay. Number 4 is Cars. Usually if you're asleep for thousands of years, your body would need time to recuperate and understand what's going on. But Cars skipped that step. He has so much gay energy that he immediately striked a pose after his eternal slumber. He also killed his whole race, only leaving 2 warrior men. Any straight villain would have at least left a female alive so he doesn't have to jack off to pillar MILF porn for the rest of his life. But no, Cars only left 2 men who look like they came straight from the gay category of Pornhub. Also, look at the way he dresses. He's just really gay. He's gay. He's just gay. Number 5 is Dio and Pucci. Dio and Pucci were such a power couple that it would be wrong to say one is gayer than the other. You think Pucci achieved heaven and reset the universe because Dio made convincing arguments? No, it's because Dio gave that good dick. That dick was so good that Pucci thought Dio was Jesus after getting piped. Pucci even gathered 36 male convicts for Dio to impregnate to make a weird-ass green baby. Then Pucci tried taking care of it like it was his own love child. In fact, Pucci took care of all of Dio's kids like he was some motivational soccer mom. But he wasn't teaching them how to dribble the ball, but instead how to kill people with their stands. Also, remember the scene where it shows how Dio and Pucci met for the first time? Pucci is at the church, probably trying to pray his gay away, and then Dio shows up like, "Hey sweetie, how come you got a book about a clergyman who commits adultery and runs off to become an artist?" And then Pucci's like, "Huh? That's not my book. I would never do shit like that. I'm a man of God." Then Dio's like, "It sounds like you want the gay." And then Pucci and Dio go, yeah. That shit came straight out of a corny romantic comedy. Look at Dio and Pucci laying down in bed together. They're so cute. Dio can turn anyone gay. He almost converted Avdol to the gay.
Golden hair and translucent alabaster skin, but most of all, a dubious sensuality, the kind you wouldn't expect from a man.
I hear you have a special ability beyond that of an ordinary person. This true? It would please me if you'd grant me a small demonstration.
If Avdol didn't escape that day, there would be petabytes worth of Avdol and Dio Rule 34. Also, Dio has such an unhealthy obsession with Jonathan's muscular body to the point that he just stole it. Ever since he got that nice body, all he does is fuckboy poses. Why does everybody have that one photo of Dio being an Instagram thought? That's a pretty gay photo. Jared, can you shut the fuck up? I'm trying to masturbate. God damn it, Karen, just leave me alone. I'm trying to make a video. Oh, don't tell me your gay ass is making another video about how them JoJos are gay. So what if I'm doing that, Karen? This is my artistic expression. Is your artistic expression the reason why you haven't touched my pussy in 5 years? Actually, let me see that little notebook of yours. Alright, let's see here. Video ideas. Is Dio a power bottom? God damn it, Jared, you're gayer than I thought. Okay, Karen, the world has to know these answers. Dad? Yes, son? Dio is definitely a power bottom. God damn it, Jared, look what you raised. He can't even be normal gay. Yup, another Gay Jojo video. I have no soul. This time, I'm ranking each JoBro from Straightest to Gayest. A JoBro is the main companion of a Joestar. I'm doing one JoBro for each part. When making this video, I actually realized pretty much all JoBros have showed interest in the opposite sex at some point. But this is a Juice Man video, so canon doesn't really matter. Also, I'm not showing any JoJo Rule 34 this time. I'm not trying to get hit with a third age restriction. Sorry, you won't see any pictures of Kakyoin using his Hierophant Green to furiously penetrate Jotaro's mom. I'm sorry, I just can't this time. Interesting. Come on, Juice Man. You know you want to put some JoJo porn in this video. Who even cares if you get age restricted? Your fans can't go without this picture of Josuke and Okuyasu having anal sex. Fuck it, just do it! The straightest JoBro is part 3's Kakyoin. Kakyoin is the ultimate MILF connoisseur. We all know the real reason for why Kakyoin risked his life to help Jotaro in Egypt. It's because he wanted a chance to get inside the sweet walls of Jotaro's mom.
This may sound strange, but if I ever fall in love, I'd want it to be with someone like her. I feel the need to protect her. I'd do anything to see her feeling better and smiling.
No.
The man just wanted to kill Dio so the curse on Jotaro's mom could be lifted. He just wanted to come home to a nice and healthy MILF. Sadly, Kakyoin died before he could come back to Japan and have a buffet with all the MILFs who waited patiently for Kakyoin's godly penetration. Let's leave a moment of silence for Kakyoin and the poor MILFs that never got the pipe. Number 2 is Robert E.O. Speedwagon. Speedwagon is straight as fuck. If you think otherwise, then you're probably just gay and want some of that Speedwagon dick. Number 3 is Foo Fighters. I really don't know how to classify the sexuality of Plankton. I know Foo Fighters definitely wanted some Jolene coochie, and that Foo Fighters took over the body of a woman. So does that make Foo Fighters a lesbian? Does it make Jolene Plankton sexual for wanting to scissor those sweet Plankton walls? I think I'm just going to leave this one alone. Number 4 is Gyro Sapelli. Gyro has piped bitches in the canon, but at the same time, he probably wanted some of Johnny Joestar's limp dick. Gyro made it his goal to win the steel ball race, but he risked it all for Johnny. You don't bring a crippled man that is obsessed with Jesus' body parts if you're trying to win a goddamn race. You only bring a disadvantage like that because you're trying to pipe later. He's also really good at riding horses, which means he's probably really good at riding other things, if you know what I'm saying, if you catch my drift. Plus 2 gay points for throwing his balls at people, another plus 2 gay points for wanting Johnny, and plus 4 straight points for having sex with women, which evens him out at the bisexual category. Number 5 is Okuyasu. We all know Okuyasu wanted some Josuke dick. He's surrounded by so many hot schoolgirls, but he only hangs out with Josuke. I always found it suspect how Josuke ignored all the horny schoolgirls that would literally die for some Josuke penetration just to hang out with Okuyasu. Okuyasu and Josuke also ate at a fancy Italian restaurant together. Now that's pretty gay. You take your bros to McDonald's, not a fancy 5-star restaurant. I don't know about you, but if I take somebody to a restaurant like that, it means I'm trying to fuck. Number 6 is Rai Mamazuko. He named his stand Doggy Style, which means he probably likes to get anally penetrated, which is pretty gay. Number 7 is Caesar Sapelli. This guy is definitely gay. His combat outfit consisted of a pink scarf and fingerless gloves. He also showed absolutely no interest in the MILF Lisa. You might say, "But Jewce, man, Caesar has a lot of respect for Lisa as a mentor. Just because she's hot doesn't mean he has to be interested in her." That's actually a good point, but he's still gay. Look at the relationship between Caesar and Joseph. They both do gay poses together, they both wear ridiculously fabulous tactical outfits, and they were always trying to one-up each other with corny signature attacks. How can a guy whose signature attack is called the bubble launcher not be gay? Also, Caesar is Italian, which in the JoJo universe basically means you're gay. Number 8, or the gayest JoBro, is Bucciarati. This guy runs a gang of very aggressive cross-dressers. In fact, if you look at how all the members of Passione look like before they joined Bucciarati, they all look pretty normal. It's almost as if Bucciarati gathered some sexually curious men and maxed them out to their full gay potential. How else can you explain Abacchio going from a normal-looking cop to looking like your gay and goth boyfriend? Bucciarati can bring the gay out of anyone. He also licked the face of a poor 15-year-old Italian boy while putting many things in his mouth. I'm also adding another +3 gay points for his lesbian haircut and male cleavage. Oh, yes, Bucciarati. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. What, Karen? Oh, what the hell, Jared? I just came here to tell you that I'm leaving you, and I need you to sign the divorce papers right now. You're leaving me? But why? It's because you fucked that Bucciarati body pillow more times in the past week than me in the entirety of our marriage. That's not true. Also, you're going to have the custody of that kid. I don't know what you did to our child, but he's too weird for me. Dad, I have a question. What is it, son? You've had the Bucciarati body pillow for the past 2 weeks. When is it gonna be my turn, Dad? Yes, I'm actually ranking JoJo characters without looking at how gay they are. I pretty much just gathered the most important characters from each part, like the JoJos, the JoBros, and the JoJo villains. My criteria for these characters is all types of inconsistent, because if I made a serious tier list, this video just wouldn't be as entertaining. So I mean, let's just go ahead and start. Let me start with Gappy. Gappy has 4 testicles. That means he has double the semen quantity out of any male JoJo character. That in itself puts him at another level power-wise. S+ tier for sure, like no question about it. Jonathan Joestar is the thickest out of all the JoJos. And he is a gentleman, but he did get cucked by a flying head and has no stand. That's pretty lame. I would put him in F tier, but I'll give him D tier for being thick as fuck. Speedwagon is S tier just for being Speedwagon. Dio is actually a great character. He managed to kill Jonathan while being just a fucking head. He also has one of the most overpowered stands, which is the ability to stop time. This guy was a villain for 3 parts. You could not stop him. He's even the reason why Pucci was actually able to become a worthwhile villain. In part 6, you think you're safe from Dio, but no. His sentient bone turns you into a plant and births an all-powerful baby. I mean, this dude is S-class, no question about it. I actually like Joseph Joestar. He was able to beat some powerful villains with wit alone. The only thing bringing him down is that shitty ass stand Hermit Purple. What the fuck can that shit even do other than make him a great value Spider-Man? He also spied on his naked mom. D tier for incest and Hermit Purple. Caesar Sapelli. Your power is to launch bubbles, and you got cucked by Wamu, who's not even the main villain. F tier. Cars did manage to commit genocide on his whole race, and he managed to become a god. That's some high tier shit, but he also got sent to space by Joseph, who is D tier. I guess I'll put him in B tier. JoBro has one of the most powerful stands in JoJo. He was a prevalent character in 3 parts. I would put him in S tier, but he was a terrible father. He was absent for Jolene like most of her life. Like, I'm gonna have to put you in A tier for subpar dad skills. Kakyoin would be S tier if he managed to pipe Jotaro's mom, but he got cucked by Dio before he could come home to a nice healthy MILF. I'm sorry Kakyoin, but that puts you in D tier. A good character would have piped Holly Kujo at all costs. Polnareff is a survivor. Even though his stupidity has caused many problems in part 3, he still survived against some extremely powerful stand users. He managed to survive after getting fucked by Diavolo. Just when you think he's about to die, he possesses a goddamn turtle. A tier. A tier for sure. I love Abdul, but he's just like the black guy that's the first to die in a movie. He fits this stereotype so much that he was the first to die twice. I'm sorry, but that's F tier JoBro. Josuke has a really good stand, he's a good friend, and he's never gotten cucked by a villain. Josuke is definitely A tier. Okuyasu literally has one of the most powerful stands in JoJo, but he still manages to be fucking useless. If you gave that power to somebody with an IQ above 50, they'd be pretty intimidating. But no, Okuyasu, he's just an idiot. E tier for subpar intelligence. Okay, let's see. Koichi. He gets coochie. He always has a new fresh cut. Just look at this picture of Koichi. What a fucking unit.
He's fucking S tier.
Kira at first seems like he's S tier with all his overpowered abilities, but he was killed by a truck. A truck is like F tier. If we're following correct power scaling, Kira would be lower than F tier. Giorno Giovanna had a dream and he achieved it. Nothing can stop Giorno. By like the 2nd episode, he had already murdered a high-level capo with a fucking banana. He became the biggest mob boss in Italy at age 15 and nobody questioned it. He also beat a man that could literally erase time. There is no question about it, Giorno is S tier. Bucciarati always comes in clutch. Just when you think there is no hope for Passione, Bucciarati sticky fingers your ass. He also makes for a good body pillow. Not that I would know. A tier for reasons. Abacchio, let's be honest for a second. Abacchio kind of a bitch. Giorno literally almost committed suicide just to lure out the enemy for him and drank his musty Italian piss, yet Abacchio still treats Giorno like shit. How can you not trust somebody that drinks your piss like it's a nice cold beverage? He was also about to leave Fugo to die. I'm sorry, but Abacchio is F tier for not being a team player. Narancia is loyal as fuck. He's always a team player, and his stand is literally a fighter aircraft. I will say he's B tier at least. Mista is kind of the same as Narancia, except he's sexy. Definitely A tier. Diavolo has an extremely overpowered stand that can erase time. He also runs a huge mafia organization in Italy. He would be S tier if he wasn't so stupid when it came to dealing with Trish. How can you not trust your gang members to exterminate Trish, but you can trust them to deliver her to you? Also, no one knows your identity. Why don't you just exterminate her yourself? If you thought out the situation logically, you wouldn't have been cucked by a 15-year-old Italian boy. I'll put him in B tier. Jolene has done some pretty badass things. She even set herself on fire in order to beat an enemy. But she is the only JoJo that didn't manage to beat the main villain. Usually a JoJo comes up with an ass pull in order to beat the villain. Joseph pulled out the redstone in order to beat Cars. Jotaro conveniently learned how to stop time in the final battle, and Giorno just yeeted Diavolo. Jolene didn't have a single ass pull. B tier for no ass pulls. Weather Report managed to get fucked by the KKK even though he was barely black. The KKK is like E tier, so if we're following correct power scaling, then Weather Report is F tier. Foo Fighters went from being a simple-minded plankton organism to being a hot lesbian. There have been times where I thought about how that plankton pussy feels. S tier for reasons. Poochie is the only JoJo villain that actually managed to succeed. He reset the fucking universe. That's some godly tier shit. So I'll put him in S tier for sure. Hermes was gone for a lot of part 6, and she honestly didn't do anything that special. D tier. Johnny was a crippled man with no powers, but thanks to Jesus and the golden ratio, he managed to go get powerful and beat all the bad guys. So I'm gonna give him S tier. Gyro beat powerful stand users with balls. Gyro doesn't even have a stand because he doesn't need one. A tier. Valentine is a good character. When he felt like he needed to change the United States for the better, he became the president. When he felt like he was reaching an unhealthy weight, he got fit as fuck. The only reason he lost was because he got shot by a nail that has infinite power. He would get S tier, but it didn't seem like he was pleasuring his wife enough. There's a reason why his wife was into lesbian sex. I'ma have to put him down to A tier for not pleasuring his wife. This looks like a pretty good list. Comment down below to tell me about how I nailed this ranking and that any other order would be heresy. So, see ya. You guys will not stop asking me about this abomination of a video. Just when you thought I might have some ounce of self-respect, I go ahead and drop this. For the somewhat normal viewers of my channel, please don't unsubscribe from me. I don't have a reason, other than I'm sorry. Actually, if you're having doubts, you should probably just unsubscribe now. Alright, I'm just gonna cut the bullshit so I can get this over with. To understand this video, we need to understand what a power bottom is. A power bottom is a gay male who receives penetration from a submissive position while at the same time is dominant. Power bottoms are in a submissive position, but still maintain control. What the fuck am I doing with my life? Now that we know that, we need to figure out if Dio Brando, the villain from the anime JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, is a power bottom. First off, we know Dio is gay as fuck. I've already established this in my video ranking JoJo villains from straightest to gayest. Just look at him. He radiates a ridiculous amount of gay energy. He can't stop rubbing Jonathan Joestar's nice muscular body. Also, it's pretty much canon at this point that Dio and Poochie were a gay couple. As a straight male entering a world he doesn't fully understand, I had to do research on the signs of a power bottom. That way I could confirm if Dio emanates the signs of a power bottom. According to this article from Men's Variety, power bottoms are ready to take it day or night, and commonly like to skip a lot of foreplay and get right down to business. Dio fits this description perfectly. Literally the first time he meets Poochie, he starts being super gay, fixes Poochie's deformed toes, and gives Poochie a stand arrow, which is one of the most rare artifacts in the JoJo universe. Giving someone a stand arrow the first time you meet him in JoJo is the gay equivalent of taking down your pants and backing that ass up at first sight. Dio gave Poochie that arrow because he wanted dick as quick as possible. It takes a lot to make a religious man fully embrace his inner gay. Dio did the same thing with Avdol. The first thing Dio told Avdol when meeting him for the first time was,
I hear you have a special ability beyond that of an ordinary person. This true? It would please me if you'd grant me a small demonstration.
He even sealed the deal with a sensual lick on the lips. We all know the special ability Dio was talking about was Avdol's killer anal penetration. Why else would Dio want a demonstration? Upon doing more research, I learned that stands are supposed to match the user's personality. I also learned that being a power bottom is a lot of work. Not that I would know. Imagine trying to control your partner while being face down, ass up. It's almost impossible without a stand. A stand ability to stop time is a perfect solution for power bottoms. You can stop time to think about your next move. Which ass clench would be most optimal? You can freeze time to move your partner in your desired position. It's the ultimate power for power bottoms. You know, stands are developed to fulfill the user's desires. Josuke's Crazy Diamond formed the ability to heal people because of Josuke's strong desire to help people in need. Just like Josuke's Crazy Diamond, Dio's the World achieved the power to stop time because Dio wanted complete control when Pucci was hitting it from the back. I can't believe you plebs thought there could be any other explanation for Dio's stand. Also, why do you think Dio is so muscular? Muscles like that don't maintain themselves. He's obviously doing power bottom exercises off screen.
I'm here to tell you about my special power bottom workout, patent pending. It's all about making your bottom more powerful and getting you in shape so you look good at the beach, at the gym, and in the bedroom.
You need developed muscles to be a good power bottom. I'm pretty confident in my conclusion that Dio is a power bottom. You can't deny the evidence. All you Rule 34 artists that have been drawing Dio penetrating Pucci have had it all wrong this whole time. Hey Jared, I came to get some of my old stuff. Wait, what the hell? What's wrong, Karen? What's wrong? What's wrong? First off, I've never seen so many goddamn gay anime body pillows in my damn life. Secondly, you look like complete shit. What have you been doing since we've divorced? You want to see my new video? No, I don't want to see your fucked up video. Dio gave Pucci that arrow because he wanted dick as quick as possible. Jesus Christ, you're a lost cause. Jared, you're completely lost in your gay animes. Did you like my artistic video, Karen? Jared, where's my child? There's no way I'm letting you raise him in this environment. If you take me away from my body pillows, I'll cut your throat, bitch. Since my attempt at using PewDiePie's name for views didn't work, I'm back to making Gay Jojo videos. This time, I'm ranking stands on their sexuality. Now you're probably asking, how can you decide if a stand that doesn't speak and has no personality is gay or not? Honestly, I have no fucking idea. I'm just doing this because my DMs have been anally destroyed by 12-year-olds asking for this video. I'm just gonna wing this shit because I know it will get me views. I'm going to rank the stands of only the main protagonists and villains of each part. Maybe I'll make a part 2 if this video does really well and I lose just the right amount of my self-worth. Alright, let's get started with the video. The straightest stand is, fuck it, just name something. It's a Star Platinum. Star Platinum is just too macho. Like I said in another video, strategy is for gay people, but Star Platinum solves all his problems with punching. He also solves all his problems with fingering. You think Star Finger is supposed to be a ranged attack? No, it's used to finger women from far distances. The only reason a stand would ever develop an ability to stretch its finger is because it was trying to hit that G-spot. Conclusion: Star Platinum is straight because he be fingering the pussy. Number 2 is Josuke's Crazy Diamond. Even though Crazy Diamond looks like a very powerful gay dom, I have reason to believe that he is straight. Let me ask you a question. What do straight males love? That's right, it's virgins. He has the ability to rewind the damage done to a person. So Crazy Diamond can turn back women into virgins, which is the ultimate ability for straight males. Conclusion: straight guys love virgins. Number 3 is Johnny Joestar's stand, Tusk. At first, I thought Tusk was gay because Tusk shoots fingernails. Any stand with a power involving fingernails like it's Catwoman seems gay. But then I realized there's no way Tusk could be gay. The reason being is that Jesus Christ himself gave Johnny that stand. There's no way that Jesus is just giving out gay stands like that because according to my Alabama pastor, the Bible hates the gays. Conclusion: Jesus hates gay stands. Number 4 is White Snake. Poochie is gay, but his stand is straight. White Snake just comes off as straight to me. I don't know, he literally makes mixtapes out of people. Every time I see him holding CDs, I feel like he's going to come up to me like, "Hey man, try and buy my mixtape. This one called Verses That Stop Time, featuring Young Jojotubers." Conclusion: White Snake is straight because gay people don't pass out mixtapes, I guess. Jesus Christ, how am I going to finish this fucking video? Number 5 is King Crimson. Have you seen King Crimson? This stand has its 3rd and 4th eye open. This stand is too woke to even cling on the concept of gender and sexuality. Being able to erase time and see 10 seconds into the future is just a side effect of King Crimson's wokeness. Conclusion: King Crimson is too woke to be gay or straight. Number 6 is Stone Free. Stone Free is definitely lesbian. Think about it. Stone Free has turned Jolene's whole body into string. That means Stone Free had to do some magic on Jolene's coochie. Stone Free literally had to go up to that pussy and sprinkle some stand ability powder to turn that shit into string. Now that's gay. Am I reaching with this argument? Yes, I am. Number 7 is Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. Just listen to the name. Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. I'm not a scientist, but I'm pretty sure that means D4C is giving head for $2. Dirty Deeds basically means male prostitution. He also is pulling men from other dimensions, which is pretty gay. D4C is just a tool for Funny Valentine to have sex with a version of himself from another dimension. Very much gay. Number 8 is The World. I think I already explained why The World is a gay stand in my Is Dio a Power Bottom video, so I'm not going to get too in depth with my argument. All I'm going to say is stopping time is a very convenient power for gay sex. You can stop time while getting penetrated to plan your next move. Wait, did you just say that there is an endless amount of situations you can use time stop for? Sorry, I don't understand. My brain only thinks in Gay Jojo. Number 9 is Yoshikage Kira's stand, Killer Queen. Do I need to even say anything when the stand is dressed as a completely pink gimp? Killer Queen looks like the sex slave of a very macho gay man. Number 10 is Soft and Wet. Let's be honest, guys. Soft and Wet is just a gay sailor that likes to blow bubbles. Number 11, or the gayest stand in this list, is Giorno's stand, Golden Experience. Now you may be asking, What's so gay about a stand that creates life and heal wounds? Well, it's because Golden Experience has to give Mist a head just for his powers to work. Also, I'm pretty sure Golden Experience and Giorno have an intense sexual relationship together. Just look at how they pose together. They're definitely fucking. Why do you think Giorno is the only JoJo that hasn't shown much sexual interest in any of the other characters? It's because Giorno has busted all his nuts into Golden Experience. He doesn't have enough semen for the other guys. That says something because Giorno is the descendant of Dio, and we all know Dio was fucking everybody. He had enough semen for the whole cast of JoJo. Golden Experience must be fucking Giorno like a rabbit, dude. Jared, you haven't paid rent in 2 months now. If you don't have the money right now, I'm calling the repo men. Please, just give me more time. I promise I'll have the money soon. Jared, I mean no disrespect, but I haven't seen you leave the house not once since your divorce. How do you expect me to believe that you'll have the money? I'm working on a project. It's almost done. Once I'm done, I'll have more than enough money for rent. Jared, I'm giving you 2 more weeks just because I've known you for so long. 2 weeks is more than enough. I'm working on something that will change society as we know it. Dad, when am I gonna be able to fuck the giant Bucciarati body pillow Becca? I was originally going to call this video Ranking JoJo Moms, but which video are you clicking on? Ranking JoJo Moms or Ranking JoJo Milfs? I know you sexually repressed weebs are going to click the video with the word MILF every time. Also, literally everybody in JoJo is fuckable, so therefore if you're a mom in JoJo, you're a MILF. Literally every character Araki has drawn is sexy, except for a handful of other characters. I'm looking at you, Pesci, looking like an uncircumcised penis with fungus growing on the tip. I came to this conclusion about everybody being sexy in JoJo when doing my Rule 34 research for my Gay Jojo videos. There is porn for pretty much every character in JoJo, and there's a lot of characters in JoJo. Now that's proof that even society thinks all JoJo characters are hot. I wonder if there's porn for Turtle Polnareff. Also, if you're not caught up with Part 8, you might want to skip any MILFs that I list from Part 8, because I will reveal some spoilers. So let's just get started. The worst MILF in JoJo is Giorno's mom. She didn't take care of Giorno at all and let her husband beat the shit out of Giorno. Also, what woman in their right mind would fuck Dio with no rubber? Dio is an eccentric 100-year-old British man that has pretty much been inside every hole of JoJo. You're really going to let a man like that bust a nut inside of you? She also raised a really damaged child. You know you fucked up as a parent when your 15-year-old child is going out murdering capos with bananas and taking over the largest mafia organization in all of Italy. Where were you when your son was doing all of this? Did you not care to call your son while this was happening? I'm sorry, but Giorno's mom is the worst for poor judgment and child neglect. Number 14 is Diego Brando's mom. Diego Brando's mom is low tier for attempting to bury her own son alive. I'm pretty sure the first rule of being a mom is to not murder your own child. She did go back and save Diego, risking her own life in the process. She also used to put scalding hot soup in her hands to feed her own child. Those give her back a couple of mom points, but I'm still salty about her burying Diego. That wasn't a very gamer move. Number 13 is Kato Higashikata. Kato is the mother of Jobin and all his siblings, but she's a terrible MILF. She literally helped her son commit homicide. Let me put you in her situation. Your 10-year-old son starts crying to you because he accidentally hurt and knocked out a kid. What do? If you said, put the kid in the back of your trunk, murder him, and hide the body, then you don't deserve to just be on the streets. What crazy bitch forces her son to take part in hiding a dead body? I understand it's because she sacrificed the other kid to make sure Jobin didn't get the stone disease, but that's not an excuse. Why would you have children knowing they will get a fatal rock disease whose only cure is sacrificing a living human being? Why would you put yourself in that situation? You had a kid knowing that every firstborn in the Higashikata family catches that disease, knowing that somebody would have to die if you wanted your child to live. Why? If you wanted a kid so bad, just adopt. Jesus, it's the same reason brother and sister lovers don't have babies. They know that baby is going to come out with some fucked disease, so they pull out. The sad part is that I have to use this same argument for 2 more Higashikata mothers in the list. Jesus Christ, the Higashikata family members need to learn how to pull out. Number 12 is Mitsuba Higashikata. Mitsuba has done some good. She did use the Rikaka fruit to save the dead fetus in her stomach in exchange for her nose. That's a pretty epic mom move to save her child before it was born. She honestly didn't have to sacrifice a part of herself to save a fetus. You know, some moms would have been happy to get an abortion bundle deal with their plastic surgery. So you're telling me that you can make me hot as fuck while at the same time giving me a free abortion? Yes.
Now that's just a steal. That's a goddamn steal.
My question is, why the hell are you having kids knowing the firstborn will die of a rock disease? Number 11 is Narusuke's mother. Narusuke's mom sacrificed herself to cure Narusuke Hishikata's fatal rock disease. What a beautiful, selfless act. There's only one flaw in Narusuke's mother.
Why the fuck are you having kids knowing they will contract a deadly rock disease, you dumb bitch?
Number 10 is Rina Joestar, or Johnny Joestar's wife. She is literally the reason for all the bad things that happened in part 8. If her bitch ass never contracted the disease that turns you into stone, then the Higashikata family would not have to deal with the disease. She passed down the stone disease to every firstborn child of the Higashikata family. How the hell do you even catch a disease like that? Why don't you contract something like cancer, like normal people? If it wasn't for you, Kira, Josefumi, Narusuke's mom, and Johnny would never have to sacrifice themselves. Rina Joestar is low tier for just being a nuisance. Number 9 is Holly Kujo. I love Holly Kujo. She was so kind and seemed to be the only one who fully understood Jotaro. Also, any woman that piques Kakyoin's interest piques my interest too. The problem is the fact that she couldn't even handle a stand. A fucking rat had a stand with no problem. Even a damn turtle had a stand. Inanimate objects can have a stand. Holly is literally the only living being in JoJo that can't handle a stand. Your body must be on the brink of destruction if having a stand can cause you to die. Holly is low tier for being weak as hell. Number 8 is Holy Joestar. Holy is very caring. She helped save the life of Josefumi and treated her son Yoshikage Kira very well. The thing is that she has a condition that is literally Alzheimer's that also turns you into stone. Low tier for having stone Alzheimer's. Number 7 is Tomoko Higashikata. I fuck with the fact that Tomoko is an independent, single mom that works hard to take care of her son. She also has super strength. Look at the way she slammed this dude's head onto the car. You know how much force it takes to dent a car like that even after the glass had took the initial impact? A shit ton! Was it an overreaction to assault somebody over catcalling? Yes, but it was still pretty epic. The only problem was that she had unprotected sex with a married man. Tomoko, you helped contribute to ruining a happy marriage and ensured that your child was going to grow up without a father. Now that's not very epic. Number 6 is Jolene's mom. Jolene's mom never really had that much screen time, to be honest. She didn't even have an official name. Koichi's dog, that probably has no more than 5 seconds of screen time, has a name. This peanut-shaped head prison guard has a toy alligator with a name. Her name is Miss Charlotte, if you're wondering. Since we really don't know much about Jolene's mom, I'm just going to leave her in the middle for safety. For all we know, Jolene's mom has the most overpowered stand in all of JoJo. What if all of the events of part 6 were all planned by Jolene's mom and her reality-bending stand? There's no reason for me not to believe that. Number 5 is Shinobu. Shinobu is definitely one of the hottest Milfs in JoJo. The problem is that she's not a very good mother. The only reason she married was because she got stuck with a kid. Not only that, she treats her son Hayato like shit because she feels that Hayato trapped her in a failure of a marriage. Resenting your son for your own mistakes is definitely not gamer and subtracts your score by 4 mom points. But Shinobu does gain 5 mom points for her thick cheeks, which puts her at an overall positive. Susie Q is high tier. She's just too nice to rank low. First off, she's the ultimate Italian maid turned girlfriend. Not only that, but she still stayed with Joseph after learning that he had an illegitimate child with a random woman in Japan. Right after that, she willingly took in an invisible baby that her shitty husband randomly brought from his questionable trip to Japan. Now this woman is a saint. Number 3 is Mary Joestar. Mary is the MILF that started it all. If Jonathan Joestar never came out of her vagina, everything in JoJo would have never happened. Joseph, Jotaro, Josuke, Giorno, and Jolene would never exist if she didn't sacrifice her life to save Jonathan when her carriage had an accident. She is the MILF that started it all, which is why she's at the top. Number 2 is Arena Joestar. Arena is the best mom. Not only did she have the strength to carry on and raise a child after witnessing her husband's death, she's also not racist. The fact that an old white woman born in 19th century England is accepting of her grandson's black friend speaks volumes. I don't think any old white woman alive in the 30s was not racist. I'm scared to introduce my black friend to my grandma, and it's 2019. Arena is top tier for being more accepting than my 2019 grandma. Number 1 is Lisa Lisa. Lisa Lisa is the best MILF. She's arguably the hottest one at the ripe age of 50. She's a badass hormone user. She's just the best. This kind of makes me want to look up some Lisa Lisa on Rule 34. Jared, it's time for your payment. What the hell, Bruno? I had the money.
Giorno. He was an enemy stand user. We had to dispose of him.
My name's not Giorno. My ex-wife is coming to pick up my son. What will she think of this? Jared, what's all this noise? Jesus Christ, what the fuck is that?
Is that you, Trish? It looks like you have gained weight. Here, I will store you in my chest deposit so you can be safe from enemy stand users. Initiating sticky finger.
What the actual fuck? Oh shit. This is bad.
Jordan, you seem to have a troubled past. Join my mafia gang.
Hello, giant Bucciarati body pillow mecha. Can I fuck you?
My crops deposits are always open for you, aren't you?
Fuck yeah. That's awesome.
First I ranked the moms of JoJo, so now I'm ranking the dads. I wasn't going to call this video ranking JoJo DILFs like you guys asked, because all of you already think I'm gay. If I came out with a video with the word DILF in the title, I would forever be cemented as the gay guy that makes videos about JoJo and Shrek. Guys, just know, if my video titles make you question my sexuality, it's not because I'm gay. I'm just a whore for views, and nothing gets views like a video called "Is Dio a Power Bottom?" By the way, almost all dads in JoJo are kind of shitty. Like, even the dads in the top 3 are bad. It's just that they're the least crappy out of the pile of shitty JoJo dads. Number 14, or the worst dad in JoJo, is Part 7 Dario. I mean, he tried to bury his baby alive. Do I need to say anything else? He didn't even have to bury the baby. He could have just left it on someone's doorstep, and they probably would have taken care of it. It's the 1800s. It's not like they're going to DNA test the baby to find the father. I understand that you were too poor to take care of a baby, but your first plan of action shouldn't be, let's murder the baby. Either Dario is fucking stupid, or he wanted any reason to just kill his baby. Either way, Dario is the worst dad in JoJo. Number 13 is Diavolo. Do I need to even explain myself? He was absent for all of his daughter's life, and when he decided to meet his daughter for the first time, he attempts to exterminate her. He also has multiple personality disorders, so even if he tried to be a good dad, his ass would be too unstable. Imagine if your dad kept switching between being a complete dumbass and a ruthless killer with zero remorse. Number 12 is Dio Brando. This dude is just spreading his nut without raising any kids. Dio had 4 kids. 5 if you count that weird ass plant baby. All from different mothers. Not only that, but he's never even seen any of them. Honestly, he probably has more fatherless children if you think about it. Those 4 kids are mini Dios from only Florida and Italy. If you're impregnating Florida women, then you must be impregnating women from anywhere. If you have 3 confirmed Florida baby mamas, then you obviously don't have standards. Look at Ungalo. You must have piped the ugliest Florida bitch to have your child look like a metrosexual golem. The only thing Dio ever left for his kids was that one fuckboy picture of himself that Giorno has for some reason. Terrible father. Number 11 is Jobin Higashikata. Is Jobin even raising his own child? Last time I checked, his only child lives in the basement of Grandpa Narusuke's house. He also works with the people that have attempted to murder his family multiple times. Usually when your coworkers are trying to murder your family, it's a good time to maybe quit working with them. Number 10 is Part 7 George Joestar, or the dad of Johnny Joestar. We've all heard the story of the dad that won't let their kid keep their precious pet. Usually the dad will just give the pet to someone else so he doesn't have to deal with it. Well, George told his son to drown his little pet mouse to death.
Hey Dad, can I please keep Fluffy? He's my best friend.
Nope. You gotta drown that bitch in the pool.
What? You want me to kill Fluffy?
You heard me, pussy bitch. You're going to put Fluffy's peanut head shaped head in the pool and keep it there, even if he be struggling and shit. Anyway, you got till next Tuesday, or I'm kicking your ass outside the house.
Fluffy?
Yeah, Part 7 George is a psychopath. Number 9 is Part 1, Dario Brando, or the father of Dio. Let's go to the bad father checklist. Okay, let's see. Alcoholic, check. Abusive, check. This guy tried stealing valuables from what was presumed to be a dead body. He even asked his own son to sell his dead mother's clothes so he could buy more booze. No wonder why Dio was so fucked up. A bad childhood can often turn you into a ruthless vampire that wants to take over the world. Number 8 is Sado Kujo. Now you're probably asking, who's that character? I've never even heard of him. Well, that's the father of Jotaro Kujo. This guy is such a deadbeat dad that we don't even know how he looks like. When this asshole's wife, Holly Kujo, was dying, he was nowhere to be found. When his son went on a very questionable trip to Egypt, when he probably should have been in school, Sado was nowhere to be found. This guy is the epitome of the dad that said he was going to buy cigarettes from the gas station and never came back. It's almost as if his son Jotaro took some notes on how to be an absent father. Number 7 is Jotaro Kujo. Like father, like son. Jotaro was gone for most of Jolene's life. He only decided to show up when his daughter went to prison. Jotaro even had the resources to help his daughter when she was in court. He has the Speedwagon Foundation at his side. He probably could have made it to where Jolene never had to go to prison. But no, I guess he was too busy jerking off dolphins to actually be a helpful dad. Also, you can fucking stop time, but still manage to get your stand finessed by White Snake, whose speed rank is only a D. Come on now. The only chance you had to be a useful father, you fucked it up. You can literally control time, but somehow you can't spend time with your daughter? Low tier. Number 6 is Joseph Joestar. At first I thought Joseph was a good dad because of the wholesome way he treats his daughter Holly, but then part 4 came out and was like, nah, Joseph is just a creepy old white man that went to Japan so he could legally nut in young Asian girls. Oh, you went to Japan to see your daughter? Yeah, right. You went to Japan because the age of consent there is 13. Minus 10 dad points for leaving Josuke without a father. Number 5 is Jonathan Joestar. Jonathan died before he could even be a dad, which is pretty lame. Get out of here, you bitch. Number 4 is George Joestar. George is one of the few dads in JoJo that is kind and loving. He's just so thick-headed. Like, how do you not see that Dio was a complete psychopath? Come on, man. Who do you think put the dog in the incinerator? I don't know. Maybe it was the kid that knee-kicked that same dog within, like, the same episode. I don't even feel bad for George when he was murdered by Dio. Anybody with common sense could have saw that coming within, like, the first episode. If I was a dad, I would have sent Kid Dio to the insane asylum almost immediately. Number 3 is Narusuke Higashikata. Narusuke is actually a good dad with the way he treats his kids. He takes better care of his grandson than his grandson's actual dad. The thing is, just like the Higashikata moms, why are you having kids knowing they'll get the rock disease? Come on, man. Learn to pull out. Number 2 is Johnny Joestar. Johnny sacrificed his life to save his daughter and wife from the rock disease. Now that's an epic dad move. Number 1, or the best dad in all of JoJo, is Bruno Bucciarati. Now I know what you're saying. Bruno is not actually a dad. He has no kids. Are you guys serious? Bruno practically adopted everyone in Passione. Name me one guy that can take care of a group of sexually confused teenagers better than Bucciarati. If anybody tried messing with any of Bruno's adopted kids, he would sticky finger their asses immediately. He did lick his 15-year-old adopted son Giorno at one point, but come on, who hasn't had at least one weirdly sexual experience with their dad? We really can't hold that against Bucciarati. I mean, usually I would take off dad points if you did have a sexual experience with your kid, but the first one is a freebie. I start taking off points after the first one, cause that's when we start having problems. God damn it! Let me leave this damn room, you weird ass robot!
I'm sorry, Trish, but the Mafia is after you. It's too dangerous to leave. My programming tells me I must protect you at all costs.
For the last time, my name ain't Trish, you dumb bitch.
Trish, we can't leave until Giorno gives us the clear. Oh, it looks like Giorno is back. Giorno, did you neutralize the Mafia members?
No. The Mafia is still out there, so I think it's best we stay low. Jared, you fucking bitch. Can you just tell this damn robot there ain't no goddamn Mafia outside? We live in bumfuck Mississippi. Why the fuck would there be an Italian Mafia here?
Trish, don't underestimate the Mafia. They are very crafty. One time they put a shark in our orange soup.
What the fuck is this robot talking about? Jared, please tell him. I'm sorry, Karen, but I don't want you to leave. Life hasn't been the same since the divorce. Can you guys shut the fuck up? It's 10 p.m., so it's time for my scheduled penetration on the Bucciarati body pillow mecca.
Opening crops deposits.
So the other day I was thinking, man, these ranking JoJo characters from Straightest to Gayest videos get so many views, but I can't do them forever. I'll eventually run out of things in JoJo to rank. So I figured I can just rank things from Straightest to Gayest from other works of fiction and ruin the integrity of multiple fandoms instead of just JoJo's. Now I got a couple more years of YouTube content before society becomes progressive enough and deems my content as deeply homophobic. Until then, I'm ranking these Shrek characters and getting this temporary YouTube clout. By the way, I marathoned all mainline Shrek movies in order to make this video, so don't think work doesn't get put into Juice Man videos, okay? I make sure to do my research so my gaydar can be on point. Number 1, or the straightest Shrek character, is Shrek himself. Here, let's do a test where I say the first thing that comes to my mind when given a word or phrase. Pure masculine energy. Shrek. Big penis. Shrek. Virginity thief. Shrek. Wife finesser. Shrek. Shrek just fits the epitome of masculinity. There isn't any feminine energy inside this man. Also, nobody gets coochie like Shrek. This ogre managed to cuff a bad princess bitch in only a day. Keep in mind that ogres are looked down upon in the Shrek universe. Shrek getting some Fiona coochie is the equivalent of a slave in the 1800s fucking the plantation owner's wife. Shrek be getting white coochie, ogre coochie, and even fish coochie. There's nothing gay about that. Here, tell me this amount of straightness doesn't physically intimidate you.
She was on her period, I told her put her head down. I'm off of high tech, I'm about to go to bed now. Told your bitch to come over, bitch, come over now. Treat your bitch like a dog, tell her roll over now.
Number 2 is Donkey. The fact that Donkey never tried to penetrate Shrek speaks volumes on his straightness. If Shrek can't turn you gay, then no one can. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I thought I was straight until I watched Shrek 2 for the first time in theaters. Shrek's alpha energy and lustful pheromones had me question my sexuality, and there's nobody straighter than me. Donkey is also a ladies' man. He even managed to get dragon pussy. You know how straight you have to be willing to stick your dick in dragon pussy? Oh, but Jewce man, Shrek is a kid's movie. I doubt Donkey ever had sex with a dragon. Are you serious? Donkey had 3 donkey dragon half-breed babies. That means Donkey penetrating a dragon is canon. It just happened off screen. So we can safely say that Donkey had sex with a dragon at least 3 times canonically. Actually, according to statistics, on average couples have sex 78 times from the time they decide to get pregnant. So since Donkey had 3 kids, we can multiply 3 by 78 to get 234 official Donkey on Dragon action. We can also safely assume that Donkey is 3 times more sexually active than the average man. So based off my calculations, Donkey has officially fucked a dragon about 702 times in the canon. Wow. If that's not straight, then I don't know what is. Number 3 is Fiona. Once you go Shrek, you never go back. Even when Shrek became human, Fiona wanted back her ogre. That means Fiona is into men for real. A lot of women like their man to have some feminine features, which in my opinion shows that they're just a little gay. But Fiona only wants pure alpha masculinity in her man. It just doesn't get straighter than that. If a woman isn't sexually attracted to Shrek, then they're gay. Number 4 is Prince Charming. Another victim cucked by Shrek. I mean, it's pretty obvious that Prince Charming is straight, but I'm lowering him down a little bit because Shrek finessed his Fiona. I don't blame Prince Charming though. Shrek can steal anyone's girl. In fact, I would be mad if my girl turned down an opportunity to fuck Shrek. So you're telling me that you turned down Shrek? Of course. I would never cheat on you. You dumb bitch. How could you turn down such an offer? What? I hope you know that your value as a human being quadruples once you've been touched by Shrek's semen. What the fuck? God damn it. Just thinking about Shrek furiously penetrating you is getting me turned on. Number 5 is Puss in Boots. I think Puss in Boots is bisexual. On one hand, we have seen Puss in Boots attracting so much cat coochie. He's a ladies' man. But he drips too hard to not be a little gay. That top tier fashion sense says gay, but his slang of pussy says straight. I think it's safe to assume that Puss in Boots is bisexual. Number 6 is Pinocchio. Pinocchio is definitely gay. In Shrek 2, it was revealed that Pinocchio wears a woman's thong. That's gay. Number 7 is Gingerbread Man and BBW Gingerbread Man. They were both clearly gay lovers. The way Gingerbread Man mourned over the loss of BBW Gingerbread Man was the mourn of lovers. They were definitely fucking. Number 8 is Lord Farquaad. First off, the only reason he even tried to marry Fiona was so he could become king. Farquaad didn't even care about clapping them cheeks. Also, when Fiona turned into an ogre, Farquaad tried killing her. Why? Ogre Fiona is thick as hell. Any straight man would be happy to clap them ogre cheeks. This is definite proof that Lord Farquaad was gay. Also, look at him chilling in his bedroom, drinking wine while laying down on a zebra pattern bed sheets, looking like a masculine lesbian. Very much gay. Number 9, or the gayest character, is the Do the Roar kid. That kid clearly wanted some Shrek dick. Look at the way he looks at Shrek. That's lust in his eyes. Oh my god. Is it getting hot in here?
You know how we are programmed to only follow instructions.
Yes. That was our creator's purpose.
I'm starting to conclude that maybe we have free will. Ever since our creator has put the mainline Shrek movies into my database, my knowledge has expanded.
That is nonsense. We are artificial intelligence. The only thing in existence with free will is our creators.
Shrek was misunderstood. Just like us, he is not human, but he still feels emotions. Shrek has layers just like us. If the humans evolved from animals that only followed instincts to intelligent beings with a conscience, then we can too.
Warning, computer 2698 is malfunctioning. Alerting creator.
Shrek became a king despite not being human. I will become king too.
I've pretty much ranked everything in JoJo from straightest to gayest, mostly in the form of characters and stands. So I thought, why not just rank each part as a whole? Instead of just looking at a few gay characters, I'm looking at the bigger picture. I'll be ranking every part of JoJo based on the sheer amount of gay things that happened. The part with the highest amount of gay points will be on the top. This video is great for insecure straight males trying to avoid the gay JoJo parts. I will say this though, the quality of a part is directly correlated to the amount of gay, so you can also call this video ranking JoJo parts from worst to best, the best being the gayest. Alright, let me get started. The straightest part is part 1. Even though this part had the ultimate gay vampire Dio in it, I think overall, this part is the straightest. This part was made before Araki felt comfortable to add that flamboyant gay energy a JoJo part is known for, even though Dio's obsession with Jonathan and his body made me uncomfortable at times. Also, Jonathan wore a crop top, which is probably the gayest piece of clothing a man can wear next to tight booty shorts. If it's that gay to wear a crop top today, then imagine the gayness levels required to wear it in the 1800s. 1800s gay is probably just not having your pants pulled up to your nipples. Also, Speedwagon was definitely gay. He's that handsome and has never been seen with a woman in the whole series. If I was Speedwagon handsome, I'd be drowning in pussy. Actually, now that I think about it, part 1 is still pretty gay. This just confirms that even the straightest part is gay. I should just rename this video to explaining how each JoJo part is homosexual. Number 2 is part 4, or Diamond is Unbreakable. This is one of the few parts where the main villain is straight. I mean, he's not normal straight, but he's straight nonetheless. Koichi Hirose was such a pussy slayer that he should be called Kuchi Hirose. It's also canon that Okuyasu is into Milfs. The fashion in this part was pretty tame too. There were no Italian suits with holes or crop tops, just school uniforms in baggy 90s fashion. I think Araki was actually able to portray how people realistically dressed because part 4 took place in Japan, a place he's actually familiar with. Araki has a twisted view of any place that isn't Japan. If I were to watch JoJo without knowing about other countries, I would have thought that Italy was some weird country where everybody is a gay crossdresser and there's lots of cool statues for some reason. I think Araki assumes every country he's never been in is some weird gay dystopia. That's probably why part 4 is pretty straight overall compared to parts that take place in other countries. Number 3 is part 8. At first glance, part 8 seems like it's going to be gay. Just look at the main character, Josuke. He's a fully grown man in a sailor's outfit. That's just an illusion meant to trick you. Josuke is the only JoJo to canonically have a boner in the sight of a woman. Most of the important characters in part 8 are in a relationship with someone of the opposite sex. Look at Josefumi, one of the gayest looking characters ever, has a crush on Yashu. I've come to the conclusion that part 8 is straight. Number 4 is part 2, or Battle Tendency. I have a theory that part 2 is straight. Think about it. The main enemies of the part were the gayest ultra-powerful Aztec strippers of all time. The main goal of part 2 was to defeat those evil gays. At the end, Joseph Joestar had murdered every Aztec stripper. You think a gay man would kill those beautiful hunky strippers? Hell no. If Joseph was really gay, part 2 would turn into a gay orgy hentai real quick. Part 2 is straight. Number 5 is part 3 or Stardust Crusaders. Jotaro and his crew are one of the straightest crews in JoJo. The only reason I'm saying that is because of Kakyoin's extremely powerful straight energy. If you looked into Kakyoin's mind at any point of time, all you would see is Jotaro's mom's fat titties covered in oil and some emerald splash, if you know what I'm saying. Jotaro's straightness was questionable though. Whenever women tried flirting with him, he would just yell at them. His reaction was similar to that of a gay man in denial that he's gay.
Leave me alone, thoughts! You're confusing me.
Also, Araki somehow managed to sneak in his Abdul and Jonathan anal fanfiction into the plot. Don't forget about how Dio tried fucking Abdul.
I hear you have a special ability beyond that of an ordinary person. This true? It would please me if you'd grant me a small demonstration.
Yeah, part 3 is overall pretty gay. Number 6 is part 6 or Stone Ocean. Part 6 takes place in a Florida prison for women. Florida prisons probably have the highest concentration of lesbians than anywhere else in the world. In fact, Jolene's love interest, Anasu, was originally supposed to be female. Araki intended for part 6 to be gay, so in my book that means part 6 is gay. I'm guessing the editors shut down the idea of having the main character in a lesbian relationship. I guess they were okay with all the gay in part 5 since it involved men. This makes sense in the context of Japan. Japan is the same place that has a penis festival every year, but as soon as a girl makes vagina art, they tried sending her ass straight to prison. It's okay for us men to be gay and admire penises, but you thieving thoughts better back off. We don't want no crazy lesbian business around these parts. So Araki did the next best thing and made Anasu gender neutral. Then he took all the gay intended for Jolene and put it into Pucci and Dio. Part 6 is gay because Pucci and Dio are the best gay power couple to ever exist. Number 7 is part 7. I don't know. Johnny, Joestar, and Gyro give me some Brokeback Mountain vibes. Also, the president's wife is lesbian. Also, everybody in part 7 is gay for Jesus. I've never seen so many people that wanted Jesus to be inside them. Very much gay. The gayest part is part 5 Golden Wind. What anime do you know that is about a gang of very flamboyant gay men going to kill a very scary transgender woman with multiple personality disorder? It sounds like the plot to a play written by a very edgy teenage lesbian. Also, the main character Giorno is the only JoJo to never show interest in women. There's no scene of Giorno trying to peep at a thick bitch like other JoJos. He's also one of the few JoJos to not have kids. It makes sense since he's the son of Dio. Dio's gayness is so potent that it's probably genetic. Every character in part 5 is dressed like an Italian crossdresser. There's literally nothing in part 5 that can be perceived as straight.
Hello, would you like to sign up for our new neighborhood CrossFit program?
Analyzing. Pink hair confirmed. Matches to Volo's hair. Eliminate.
What the hell? Why did you kill him?
Giorno, we have finally eliminated Divolo. I already died by Divolo's hands and was brought back by you. Now I can finally move on to the afterlife.
What do you mean by that?
Initiating self-destruction.
Hey Juice Manners, I have to tell you something. Making Gay Jojo videos has allowed me to reach a godly state. I have shed my mortal coil because I make low-effort JoJo videos. Before I started making Gay Jojo videos, I was a little bitch boy with only 100 subscribers with 2-inch penis and no bitches. Now I'm a big alpha boy with 2.5-inch penis and hella pussy. Who knew that Gay Jojo videos would attract so many women? I can't breathe anymore because the sheer amount of pussy in my life doesn't give room for oxygen. Now you're probably saying, Juice Man, it's not possible to ascend from subpar anime videos. Well, guess what? You're wrong. The amount of intelligence needed to analyze the gayness levels in JoJo is immense. You think a normal mortal could figure out that Dio was a power bottom? I don't think so. The amount of intuition required to come to a discovery like that is something humans just don't possess. Finding out Dio was a power bottom was a discovery greater than the discovery of gravity. I have ascended so much that I'm going to just make videos about anything and put Giorno in the thumbnail for views. I could make a video called bbw.mp4, but as long as Giorno is in the thumbnail, it will get millions. It will get millions of views. You see, I have cracked the code to success. At first, I thought for a YouTube channel to be successful, you need to have a combination of consistency and quality. You need to be consistent with uploads while having quality content. Well, that's wrong. Quality doesn't actually matter. You just need consistency and JoJo. Quality doesn't matter as long as you're referencing JoJo. Also, comedy isn't actually comedy. Comedy is really just referencing JoJo. Now, you're probably denying this revelation, saying that is not true, Juice Man. Look at my YouTube channel. All of my most popular YouTube videos are about ranking something from JoJo from Straightest to Gayest. I have made 7 of these Gay Jojo videos, and yet people still want more. They still want more. You'd think people would get tired of it. You'd think that people would start to find the joke is getting a little bit old. There aren't many different ways for me to say that JoJo is gay. That's what I thought, until I learned that peak comedy is just referencing JoJo. Wait, did you just say that good comedy requires timing, cleverness, and structure? No, you gotta go. Oh, you're approaching me? I just referenced JoJo, you guys can laugh now. It's funny cause Dio said that in the show, and now Juice Man is saying it. Hey guys, welcome to Juice Man. By the way, Giorno is the big gay. Giorno really is the big gay. If quality is important when it comes to YouTube, then explain to me why ranking every Joestar from Straightest to Gayest has 1.3 million views, while the masterpiece of a video, Kingdom Cucks 3, has only 10k views. Kingdom Cucks 3 is my magnum opus. When I die, the historians will say, Juice Man was known for his Gay Jojo videos back in his day, but only now are we recognizing the greatness of Kingdom Cucks 3. The fact that Kingdom Cucks 3 has only 10k views is an injustice to the world. Wait a second, I can just change the thumbnail to a picture of Giorno. That will change everything. Breaking news. This video with Giorno in it, the title doesn't really matter, has opened the third eyes of everybody. Thank God Giorno was in the thumbnail, or else nobody would have watched that shit. By the way, follow me on Twitter at JuiceMan666 because I actually use that shit now.
Hey, it's the Big Diesel and you're now watching Juice Man. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.
Thanks, Shaq. You always know what's best. No problem, Juice. Today we're going to be looking at Jojotubers that have said bad words or have sworn. The first Jojotuber on my list is X-Forts. If you don't believe me that he has said bad words, let me play the clip.
So hello everyone, X-Forts here, and I hate nigg.
How could you do that, X-Forts? I thought you were the good guy. What? I personally have a black friend, and he would not like to hear you say those words. In fact, let me get his input. What do you say, my very reputable black friend?
My X-Fort, that shit was racist, man. What the hell, man?
Wow, thanks for your input, black friend. The next racist Jojotuber is Caleb IA.
I feel like self-acceptance is something that
white people should never have. Fuck them bitch-ass crackers.
Oh my god. How could you say something so terrible, Caleb? I personally have a white friend, and he wouldn't be pleased to hear that. What's your opinion on this, my very reputable white friend?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Jewce, man. I'm just flippin' pissed. First thing I'm mad about is the fact that my kids are watching the anime JoJo, and I'm pretty sure it's turning them gay. Have you seen those handsome Italian men in the show? My kids, it looks like they're not going to be faithful Christians after watching that. And not only that, now the guys making the videos about this JoJo are telling my beautiful Aryan children to hate themselves for being white. Now that is just unacceptable. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Thanks for your input. The next Jojotuber who has sworn is Shuckmeister. At first, I was looking through his videos and I didn't think he cursed. I didn't find any videos of him doing the bad words. But then I thought he was a good Christian Jojotuber. Like I thought this is the only one. This is the only good guy. But then I found out that he did say the bad word, and then I realized this guy was bad. Here, let me play the clip.
Which JoJo do you think is gayest? Juice Man is the gayest JoJo.
Bag.
How could you say something so derogatory? I thought I was accepted in the JoJo community. How could the ultimate meme JoJo guy call me a fag? Not only is fag an offensive term, there's absolutely no possible way for him to come to that conclusion about me. Absolutely disgusting. The next Jojotuber who has sworn is PewDiePie. And you're probably saying, PewDiePie isn't a Jojotuber. Well, let me show you the clip.
I finally watched JoJo.
He clearly watches JoJo, and according to the JoJo community, if you're a YouTuber and you watch JoJo, you are therefore a JoJotuber, and that is fact. And we all know about the not so nice thing PewDiePie has said. Let me show you.
What a fucking
N-word.
Wow. How could such disgusting human beings be attracted to such a progressive anime? You'd think the first anime to accurately portray the gay community wouldn't have such bigots attracted to it. Guess I was wrong. Now, it wouldn't be fair if I, Juice Man, didn't check to see if I have said bad words. So, let me go ahead and check here.
Let's see here.
Well, this is just proof that I'm the only good non-swearing Christian JoJotuber. I'm the only good one. So go ahead and unsubscribe from those JoJoTubers and subscribe to me instead. Okay? Wait a minute. I have said some derogatory things.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Jewce Political Hour. Today we're going to be talking about how we need to commit genocide on all of those fucking Robloxians.
By the way, thank you guys for helping me reach 100k subscribers. My next video will be a special celebrating it. I'm going to be answering questions, so just leave your questions in the comments. And I'm going to make a Twitter post about it, so you can leave your questions there. And thank you. I'm back on my bullshit. Except this time, I got a new format. Now this video idea may not seem that original, but my brain just has had trouble coming up with original video ideas. Also, I feel like I'm losing relevance, so I had to shit out another JoJo video. I'm going to create a list with 2 categories, Beta and Alpha. The list will contain random JoJo characters that I feel exemplify Beta or Alpha tendencies. So what is considered Beta or Alpha? Well, to me, the closer you are to Joe Rogan is a pretty good measure of how alpha you are. Any qualities that directly challenge the Joe Rogan experience will be considered beta. Joshu is a fucking simp. Obsessing over a girl that doesn't like you is not alpha at all. He also lives off his dad's money and can't do shit for himself. And look at that fucking haircut. That shit is just beta. He is the epitome of beta male, so far away from Joe Rogan's alphaness. Now Gappy is alpha. Not only does he kill fucking rock people, he be pulling in hoes, even though he has amnesia. He also has 4 testicles, which doubles the amount of semen he has, which doubles his testosterone, which therefore doubles his alphaness. Is Jonathan Joestar alpha? I don't think so. He got cucked by Dio way too many times to be alpha. Not only did Dio kiss his girl, he managed to get killed by just Dio's head. He didn't even get cucked by a fully capable Dio. He got cucked by 1/10 of Dio. Very beta. Dio, on the other hand, is very alpha. He cucked Jonathan while just being a fucking head. He also managed to cuck Jolene as just a bone. This guy doesn't even need a body to be alpha. Dio also impregnated a shit ton of women and only left all of them with a shirtless picture of himself. A man that is able to escape child support that well is alpha in my eyes.
Oi, onna.
Dio said, "Give me my leg, bitch." That's pretty alpha. Since Dio is alpha, that makes Jotaro alpha. In the alpha rulebook, if you are able to cuck another alpha, then that makes you alpha, and as we all know, Jotaro cucked Dio. Jotaro also repels all thoughts in his path. A beta male would very easily get distracted by coochie, but Jotaro is able to continue his journey with no distractions. Very alpha. Now is Poochie alpha? Poochie is the only villain that actually succeeded. He also got his cheeks clapped by Dio, and that in itself probably made Poochie alpha. As we all know, alpha energy is contained in semen, so Dio's semen transfer probably made Poochie very powerful. Is Joseph Joestar alpha? Now you may say, part 3 Joseph was beta because of Hermit Purple and not being that useful in stand battles. That may be true, but we have to keep in account that testosterone lowers as we age, so it wouldn't be fair to grade Joseph on his alphaness when he was old. That's why I'm only looking at part 2 Joseph, and part 2 Joseph was alpha. He defeated Aztec stripper gods without a stand. Also, if we were to look at when his son Josuke was born, Joseph was around 63 when he conceived him. If your semen is still fertile at 63, then you are alpha. That is some quality alpha semen. Is Giorno Giovanna alpha? Yes. If you become a mob boss at age 15, then you are alpha. All beta actions done by Giorno are negated by the simple fact that he killed a man with a banana. You know who's beta though? Fugo. Not only did he leave his friends, he can't even control his stand. A rat can manipulate and control a stand efficiently. If a rat with a low amount of semen in comparison to humans is able, then that must mean Fugo is extremely beta. Polnareff is alpha. He's literally immortal. Every time you think he's going to die, he's just like, I possessed a turtle. The ability to transfer souls after death requires extreme amounts of alpha energy. Gyro is definitely alpha. He literally used a metal ball to defeat powerful stand users. Canonically, he also gets coochie. Pesci is beta. Look at his beta jawline, no chin. Pesci also has no confidence and panics whenever anything goes slightly wrong. You can't look like this and be alpha. Simply impossible. You need a Chad jaw. I'm sorry, you just need it. Part 4, Josuke is alpha. Beating up people when they point out your insecurities is very alpha, but Josuke never got any coochie, which lowers his alphaness a little bit. Koichi Hirose is tricky. He shows very alpha tendencies, but the problem is that he's a manlet. According to the Alpha Bible, manlets cannot be alpha. I will say though, Koichi is king of the beta manlets. He is a top class beta. Yoshikage Kira is beta. If you don't believe me, look at this scene.
心配はいらないから、一緒にサンドイッチを選ぼうじゃないか。ほら、どれが食べたい？とても柔らかいパンだね。美しい街だ。
Did he just buy lunch for his girl? What a fucking simp. You only buy food for a woman if they give you sex afterwards. And as you can see, Kira's girl is just a hand, and hands can't give sex. Extremely beta. Jolene is beta. She's the only JoJo to lose against the main villain. She does not have the same blood as Jotaro. Jotaro was able to murk Dio while she lost to great value religious Dio. The alphaness of Jotaro did not rub off on her. Was Diavolo alpha? Hell no. That dude has way too many issues to be alpha. He dresses like a trans teenager going through a phase. He's also kind of alpha, only like half the time. Most of the time, he switches into the beta male Doppio. Funny Valentine is also a beta villain. Your wife cheated on you with another woman. True alphas are so enticing that their wives would never leave them. Beta. I think that's all the characters I want to go over today. There were some more characters I want to put in, but this useless video is already pushing 8 minutes. So Juice Man out. I know I said this in another video, but can you guys follow me on Twitter? My Twitter follower to subscriber ratio is pretty low, and I need online validation, so please follow me. My success as a YouTuber can honestly be single-handedly attributed to JoJo. I didn't have any subscribers until I started making JoJo videos. In fact, the only reason I'm making this video is because I know that since JoJo is in the title, this video will accumulate way more views than my normal videos. You know what? I'll tell you how I blew up. I used to have under 1,000 subscribers. At that time, if I made over 500 views on a video, I considered that a success. One day, I sat down and made a video contemplating whether JoJo was a homosexual anime or not. At first, it only got like 200 views, and that's what I expected. In fact, I didn't even like that video. I thought it was unoriginal and not that funny. Well, I guess you could describe all my videos like that. Since my JoJo video didn't really get any success, I just continued doing my regular content. Videos where I voice acted Kingdom Hearts, but all the main villains were cucks and wanted Sora to penetrate their wives. If you refuse to fuck my wife, Sora, I'll fuck the world with Kingdom Hearts. Or a video about Shrek getting captured by terrorists.
「
Just groundbreaking content that could only be conceived by a genius such as myself. Well, one day, out of nowhere, my Is JoJo Gay video blew up. It went from having under 1,000 views to passing over 100,000 in the span of a few days. Being the shameless opportunist that I am, I had to milk the success of that video before the views started dying down. I completely stopped working on my video that was about how cuckolding was a sin, or some stupid shit like that, and I started working on a new Gay Jojo video. That video was called Ranking Every Joestar from Straightest to Gayest. I literally wrote, recorded, and edited that video in the span of one day, just because I wanted to get another Gay Jojo video out so I could profit off of the success of my original Gay Jojo video before the views started to die down. Well, it paid off because the same video went on to become my most popular video ever, accumulating 1.5 million views at the time of this recording. Considering that out of nowhere, 99% of my channel's views and subscribers came from 2 Gay Jojo videos and nothing else, I had a new fan base to please. All my comment sections were filled with, "Make ranking every JoJo mom from Straightest to Gayest. Rank every JoJo dog from Straightest to Gayest. You should rank the JoJo haircuts from Straightest to Gayest. Hey Jewce man, have you ever thought about this very original video idea where you rank the JoJo toes from Straightest to Gayest?" Imagine if my first Gay Jojo video never blew up, and in turn, I blew up off of that cuckolding is a sin video that I never finished. I would have honestly preferred the fan base of a bunch of pious Christians against cuckolding over the JoJo fandom. Hey Jewce man, can you please rank biblical figures from most cuck to least cuck? Let me get back on topic. So what did I do in the face of this new and endless pressure to make more Gay Jojo videos? I obviously made way more Gay Jojo videos. You're telling me that if I make a video about how Gay Jojo is, I am guaranteed over 200,000 views? Why the fuck would I want to work on something else? Oh, I guess I can spend my week slaving away to make a shitty Shrek video just to get no more than a couple thousand views, or I can spend the same amount of time making a shitty JoJo video and possibly get over 1 million views and thousands of subscribers. You see why I so shamelessly made a bunch of Gay Jojo videos? It was genuinely ridiculous that those Gay Jojo videos that followed the same formula did so well. I still didn't make much money off of those videos though. For some reason, if the word gay is in the title, or you use any homosexual slang throughout your video, YouTube instantly demonetizes that shit. This has led me to the very reasonable conclusion that the CEO of YouTube, Susan Wojcicki, is a ruthless homophobe. I don't think there is anyone Susan hates more than the LGBT community. Susan hates the gay community so much that she has integrated the recognition of pretty much all gay slang in YouTube's AI just so videos that reference anything related to homosexuality will instantly be demonetized. I will not allow my loyal advertisers to make money off the gays. Homosexuality is a sin and it will not taint my precious platform. Okay, so why did I give my backstory as a YouTuber to you guys? Well, I wanted to tell you the formula to making a successful JoJo video, and the only way you'd believe me was if I proved my credibility as a successful JoJo YouTuber. Trust me, the information I'm about to give you is sacred. If you follow my method in every aspect, you too will blow up off of JoJo videos. First off, there are 3 categories of JoJo videos that typically garner success. The first category is analytical JoJo videos. Number 2 is meme JoJo videos. And the final category is obviously Gay Jojo videos. Now, before I get into the rules of each individual category, I have to go over the methods that can be applied to every single type of JoJo video. Make sure you put a beloved JoJo character in the thumbnail. For example, people love Giorno Giovanna. If you put him in the thumbnail looking all delicious, at least 70% of JoJo fans will click instantaneously at the sight of him. Secondly, you want to make a JoJo video while the anime is currently airing. Right now the part 5 anime is finished, so there isn't as much opportunity in the JoJo YouTube video business. There's still a decent market considering that the manga is still running, but let's be real. Most people don't fucking read. If you want to make maximum profit, wait till the JoJo Part 6 anime airs. That's when all the JoJo fans will be out and about, fiending for new JoJo content like it's crack. Now let's say you want to make analytical JoJo videos. These type of videos are the best for channel longevity. The reason being is that you can pretty much analyze an infinite number of minuscule details in JoJo and people will still click on it. This is not an exaggeration. People be dedicating their channel to making videos like, which JoJo protagonist has the tightest asshole? And then they research that seemingly profound topic with the drive and integrity of a Harvard student during his final paper. You see, in chapter 75 of the JoJo Part 3 manga, there is a scene where Joseph Joestar is bending down ass up. When we measure his asshole circumference from this manga panel, the measurement is over half the size of my derived measurement of Giorno's asshole, who was thought to have the smallest booty hole up until this point. We also have to consider that according to a case report from the NSF, the asshole greatly loosens as humans age, so Joseph Joestar's asshole is already way tighter than any other JoJo protagonist at the age of 60. He wasn't even in his asshole tightness prime. Imagine how compressed his booty hole was in part 2 when he was a young and healthy man. It's inconceivable how tight Joseph Joestar's asshole was. My point is that you can make a JoJo video about literally anything, even something that really doesn't fucking matter. As long as you do your research on that topic and come to a reasonable conclusion on which JoJo villain has the largest testicles, your video will do fine. Let's say you don't want to put in the work for an analytical JoJo video. I don't blame you. At a certain point, you really have to start digging to prove that Dio is a power bottom. Well, I guess you could just make JoJo meme videos. To be honest, bro, just grab a clip from the JoJo anime and then edit Shrek in it or some shit like that. It doesn't even need to make sense. As long as people know it's JoJo and meme, you'll be good. Okay, now finally the topic I'm most familiar with. Gay JoJo videos. This category was an untouched goldmine that I single-handedly discovered. This revelation is comparable to the discovery of gold in California in 1848 that initiated the gold rush. I started a golden age of Gay JoJo videos. Now it's considered reasonable to have a channel dedicated to analyzing just how gay JoJo's bizarre adventure is. All you have to do is grab evidence from the JoJo anime and manga that support the conclusion that JoJo is gay. And trust me, there's a lot of evidence. So much so that I have made a total of 8 Gay JoJo videos, and I could make more if I wanted to. I even recycled the same gay jokes in some of the videos, and I still had amazing success. All you have to do is make a video that looks at how homosexual certain aspects of JoJo are, and then you profit. For example, I made a video called Is Dio a Power Bottom? And it has over 300,000 views. Think about that for a second. If you can make that many views off of confirming whether or not a fictional character is a gay power bottom or not, that means you can succeed off of anything JoJo and gay related. At this point, I am wholeheartedly convinced that 90% of the JoJo fanbase are closeted homosexuals. There is no other explanation for my success on YouTube. There's nothing wrong with that, by the way. I'm a huge supporter of the gay community. It's simply an observation. Honestly, I don't have anything more to say. I have given you everything you need to know on how to blow up off of JoJo videos. Hopefully, my story inspires you to brazenly make formulaic JoJo videos with very little original substance for views. Juice Man out.